Hello and welcome again to another episode. Today we're going to do the encounter box and encountering and getting the battle manager spawned and everything to do with the battle manager. So let's just go straight in. Let's drag our encounter box out. Go to its details. Then make it a bit wider. And just so I can see it in the game. There we go. Quick test. There it is. So, and we'll go inside. So, inside on begin overlap. If the other actor is the third person character, we will start a new function called and then we will do a timer and just copy paste this into here, into the function name, and then we'll do it for every 2 seconds. It's going to pulse and say are you moving, and if you are moving then do the thing. So I want to get the play controller, and then want to get key inputs, time down, and we'll do the W key for now. Set this with WASD. So this is just asking how long has this key been down, and if it's been down for say 1 second, we're going to open up from the branch and say okay, you can go through and potentially encounter somebody. So do if A is greater than, we'll do 0.2 seconds, chuck that into there, and then we'll go into a randomness. We won't make it random for the testing reasons, but this is how you would make it random. So switch on it, random in range, and then we'll do it from like, so if you wanted to do a 10% chance of you getting encountered whilst you're holding down the W key and running through this zone, you would do 9 inputs, because 0 is still technically an input, so it's 1, so 1 to 10. So you would do, we'll create a widget, and we'll use this widget as like a fade effect. So my fault for not putting this in the setup video, but we'll go into BP battle stuff, we'll create the fade widget. And then we'll just do a bit of grab an image, stretch it out, corner opacity, black, and then we'll do the its rend should be automatically, where is its render? Oh, second render, there we go, 0. So render opacity's going to be the way that we animate. So fade, creating a new animation, go into your timeline, don't know why that's there. Our image, track, render opacity, 0, then for a second it's going to turn black. In fact, we'll do it for 2. And we'll just drag this over. And then, yep, that's fine. So when on its construction, we will play animation, we'll get fade, and we'll just plug that in there. And the target is itself, and the animation lasts for 1 second, oh 2 seconds, sorry. And then we're just going to have it reverse itself, and then once again for 2 seconds. Then we'll have it destroy itself. Oh no, sorry, remove itself. Removing is essentially the same as destroying it, I guess, because you're just getting rid of it and it doesn't exist anymore. It's no longer a thing. Even like if you're not careful, you'll have like a build-up of widgets, which is a problem that I encountered first creating this, if you don't destroy it properly. So we'll do fade, get player controller, compile, and add to viewport. Alright, then we also want to spawn the battle manager with, we want it with this, or, yeah, we'll do it with this. So event begin play. Get all acts as a class. And we'll do the battle location. And we'll promote that. Battle locations. And just for now, because I said that we'll do random locations later, we'll just get a copy of the only one in the world, so 0, and we will spawn an actor from class. Nope, sorry. We will still spawn an actor from class, but we'll be spawning its location. Sure, show that there. Into here. And obviously if you wanted to randomize between these ones, the same way that you randomize this, use one of these and say between 1 and however many locations you have, spawn it there, on here. And you can even promote the maximum amount of locations into your level blueprint, and an event begin play inside of that level. Have it talk to all the the encounter boxes. So if you wanted to talk to all of them, you would just get this out, and then it would for each, and then from the array element just set inside all of them the maximum amount that there are in the world of that level. And there you go. That might work, it might not. Who knows? So, battle manager. And inside the battle manager, we want tool. So when we spawn him, we've faded. We've spawned this guy. We also want to set the initial, so inside of the battle manager we will have the initial first camera that you're going to see inside of the battle manager. And for me, in my game, I just had it facing the player that spawned. So we're going to now set up the battle manager, and we'll have a particular camera in mind. So do camera, and we'll have some locations. So we'll call this the party member 1 spawn, or in fact, to do things a little bit quicker, spawn party member 1, and then just copy, disconnect it from the camera, copy copy paste, paste. There we go. So we'll bring it about 500. And the same for this guy, 500, and then 500 on the Y, so he's a little bit on the right. And then 500 minus 500. And then we're going to do the same thing again, but for enemies instead. So I'll do it from this one. And we'll do enemy 1. And there we go. So that's 500. And that's Battle Manager done. So the camera will have that about 300 facing the player, and it'll be stood up, so about I think we'll just keep it like that and just raise the height of the Battle Manager, because the player will drop to the floor and the camera will be at whatever level. So if we just make it head level, we can do this method instead. So it's going to spawn on the location of the battle location, and just because, there we go. Perfect. Alright. I think someone just joined a Discord. That'll do. So, when we spawn or encounter inside of it, we want to get the player's camera and set it to this location. So get the player controller, set target. So set view target with blend, and here it is, the new target. And then we don't need a blend time because it's going to be instant, and we're going to be in the battle. If you want to use blend time for 1, it will move the current player's camera where you're looking through your viewport, and it will transition to the stage area, but you'll say your stage area's, I don't know, miles away, and it'll be a long but fast transition if you put it on 1. If you put it on 10, it'll be a longer transition. It's the time between each camera position. So depending on the distance, that'll change its time. So 0. And because it's fading, when it's made this, it'll fade, and then you'll be there. But you also want to do and wait an initial 2 seconds for it to fade completely black, so delay of 2 seconds. Same with it, it's done inside the widget. Here. And then it will spawn the manager and set the camera there, so we'll just test that. Oh, my bad, I haven't made it permanent. You know what, 1 sec, this will be quicker. No, it's a 40% chance, but not really, because of this. Oh, yep, the character shouldn't be moving. Okay, that's the problem. So what you also want to do is stopping the player's movement. So you know what, this will be easier. Now I'm just going to get the variable of the character so I can manipulate him. There we go. Don't really need this now. I could do it a different way if I really wanted to. So if I get me and it equals me, but then you need a branch. Start that timer. Also, you want to do this once, because if you're still holding down the W key, then there's a problem, because it'll just keep firing. So that's a better way. We'll just clear this timer. Alright, and yep, then we're just getting me. Let's stop my movement first. Oh, when I get movement, get my character movement, stop. And then disable. So you disable your input from your actual person. Don't think you need to put in a player controller. Pretty sure it'll just do it anyway. Sure, why not? Let's try. Yep, there we go. Can't move. So, now that we've moved over to the battle, let's spawn in the people. So this is where some of the functionality is going to go. Begin. We want to spawn enemies. Oh. And sure, I don't even know. Spawn players. And spawn battle or spinning camera. Alright. So and then so we want to spawn AI class. So we always want at least one enemy. AI base, don't have a behavior tree, so don't worry about that. And get world. I'm probably going to want to do this for the rest. There you go, and you'll want to be facing, yeah, so that is the world rotation for facing towards. So this is 0, facing 0, facing minus 90 or 90, and if you were to minus 90, you would rotate to the left if you were to do it on a lerp, and if it was 90, it would rotate on the right. So that's just something to keep in mind when you're doing it like this and you're not getting an initial rotation. In fact, you could probably get the world rotation of this. So its world rotation is 0, 0, 0, 0. And then this one, if you wanted it to face the other way, you would do it 180, sorry, not 90, sorry, I said 90 was 180. Yeah, so that's 90 or 180. In fact, we might actually do that. So, 180. There we go. And now, because I've rotated them for the players, CC base, combat character. We would get you, get world, and then get the world rotation. And just shove that in there. So there's always going to be one of me so far, and one enemy. So to randomize this, we're also going to, every time we do this, we're going to promote this and say this is enemy 1. And this is party member 1. So for the enemies, we'll just do another switch. Nope. Switch update. Do 1 in 2 chance. So here we also want to do a sequence. And put a delay in between. In fact, don't even need a delay. And then once again, same thing. So, and same process. You can also replace things by doing that. So now we have a 1 in chance to spawn in our enemies. We'll promote them to a variable, enemy 2, and enemy 3. And then we'll categorize them. And then yes. So the next thing to do would be to say to them, well, if you're going to spawn, what kind of variable or what kind of row should you have? So what kind of enemy should you be? And for that we will it was, so we'll do, so there's 2 rows, so there's a slime and a magic slime, and we'll just do another switch, and then this time it's pretty much a guaranteed chance, because we've already done the whole, well, who are you, if you are going to spawn, and we want to create another variable called, in fact, no, yeah, we do. So we want to do a name. We're going to do row name. We're going to set it here. So slime. Make sure you spell these right, because yeah, problems. And then magic slime. We also need to do the same over here. Now, when we spawn our enemies, we want to go into the enemy blueprint. And we want to create a custom event called stats in stat, call it, I don't know, stat initialization, sure. And this is just something that we're going to call over from the battle manager. So when we do it, we also want a name. We'll call this the same thing, row name. And then we'll go back in here. So from you personally, I want to set the what? Stat. Oh, well, yeah, that's right. Is that because of... Yeah, okay, so when you right click and promote on this variable, it's giving me a pawn, and I don't want it to be a pawn. I need it to be a AI base. And when I set that, it doesn't want to give me what I want. So sack that. Instead of using spawn AI, spawn actor from class. The actor is AI base. Yep. And so there we go. So hopefully you can see where I'm going here. I'm just chucking in the row name, but we want to get that. And this will buy. We use a delay this way. So just to make sure that the names aren't overlapping each other when they do this stat initialization, it's going to go through here, and just to make sure that this one doesn't set it to be one of these two, to this guy or to that guy, just put a delay in between to let the code decide which one it is to send through. Alright, so that was that, and we need to replace these now. Good, that's all set up. So inside of here, we want to get data table row, get the AI data table, get the row name, chuck it in there, row found, okay, break it, well no, we promote it. This is the stat struct, and inside of here we will first we'll break, and then get rid of these, and just right click on these, name, HP, banner, speed, and then, oh, we can't call that mesh because this is called mesh, so we'll call this and then that. And then simply doot, doot. Oop. Sorry, that messes up. This should just be static mesh. Nope. Oh, that's why. Static mesh. Sure. There you go. And then same with material. Okay, so that's the initial setup of the enemy when it spawns. And we're getting the row name from the manager, and then we're just telling him who he should be. And also we want to set up the spinning camera, so we're going to spawn this, so we can't have multiple cameras in the same blueprint, well, not that I know of, because this is just how I've done it. Is we're going to spawn another camera setup. One sec. Hello, and sorry for that cut. We will pretty much just start off where we were going. So we were creating the spinning camera, which will spawn. This will be the camera that we will transition to once we've spawned in and we've seen the character. It just makes things look a little bit nicer. So when we do have to call this camera. We'll need a camera and a boom. Spring arm, that's it. And then attach the camera on the spring arm. So there you go. And on the spring arm, go location, no. It's the socket offset. Yeah, I think. Yep, so minus 500. 500. Tilting 20 degrees. Might want it a bit further out. Don't know. Then that'll do. And then in the battle manager, spawn a spinning camera. So let's tidy this up. Player spawn. AI spawn. Oh, enemy. And then so now the spinning camera will spawn on here, and its camera boom will be up here, and it'll be tilting. So on the spinning camera, then we can play. We need to make it spin. So get a timeline, go on the float, 2 points, set a value of about 0.2 for both, and then yeah, time 0. Doesn't really matter how long you put it on for, but length, yeah, autoplay. And there you go. So not autoplay, sorry, looping, because you want it to just continuously keep going. When you leave and run from the battle, we will be setting this to stop and stop / reset. So we want to reset it to its original location so it's not constantly spinning. Oh no, because we will destroy it. Doesn't matter. Because we're going to, when we end the battle, we're going to talk to the battle manager, and everything that we've spawned, we're going to destroy after we leave. So it's like a clear slate of everything. And you only, this can just happen in random different locations. So depending on just 3 things, this battle location. You can have, there you go, that one, and then that one. You can even have as many as you want, and it'll just choose one, and it'll set up everything that you need here. And because of the way it is, it's just a blueprint. So when you spawn it in another level, you will be able to also take from the instance inside of the battle manager, or just take the instance and just set it. It all makes sense when we make the instance. The instance is like another key thing that I should have done early in the first one, and I'm going to do it early in this one, so it'll be a lot less backtracking. Talking about instances, test the spinning camera, that's what we're doing. We want to, inside the spinning camera, we'll get the spring arm, or add world rotation, split that, go into that, update, so for every 0.2, there you go, sorted. Dear God, what have I done? Oh no. Graph construction script. viewport, timeline. Oh god, that was horrible. Sweet. So yeah, on update, just keep going and rotating. Yeah. Play. Oh wait, one thing that we forgot is, so after spawns everything, does the thing, play a spawn on the base, maybe inside of the encounter box. I'm doing all of this stuff, so set the target view blend to be there instantly, and then okay, alright, so after list a variable, and we want to delay, and then we want to it was this. Put that in there. So we have the spinning cam. And blend time of about 5 seconds. 2 seconds? Try 2. Sure. Bit too early, bit too quick. How big is that slime? I thought it was meant to be a sphere. I think I've made the magic slime a cube. Well, you kind of get what we're going for, so just alter things a little bit. 1, 5, maybe 10. And it was rotating a bit too quick as well, so set this to 0.1. Way too slow. Needs to be looking down, maybe further out, tilt it down more. So that's a spinning cam. So -1000. Oh. And then do blend time of 7. Yeah, I like that. Alright, so next thing to do is start the UI chain, and when we do the UI chain, we'll be sending the battle manager through each UI so we can call it and be ready to use any of the variables inside of the specific target that we want to attack. And it'll be much, it will be the method that we'll use. Sweet.